YouTube with part 2 of my 3-part video. Hopefully you'll enjoy each part. Now, what I'm going to show you now are some 3x5 TTM and purchases, some photo purchases from Swap Meet, a couple of books I got, eBay and in person, and some new baseballs, mostly bought online from fellow YouTubers. So let's get into it. We'll start with this yellow piece of paper, and I won't open it up and read it to you, but I wrote a letter to former civil rights leader Julian Bond, hoping to get an autograph from him on a 3x5 card, and unfortunately he passed away before he got a chance to sign it. And his family wrote me a nice note telling me that he would have loved my letter, and that he was, notifying me that he had passed away, which I'd already known. But anyway, it was really nice to get that. So anyway, let's start now with the 3x5s. This is a TTM success. Marv Albert, announcer for the New York Knicks and for NBC. Next is Stephen Chu. Stephen Chu is the former Secretary of Energy for President Obama. He left after the first term. Next is actress and model Bo Derek. That was a purchase at a swap meet. Next up is one that I meant to show you in my last video before I took my break. This is Steve Easton. Steve Easton is an actor who was in Field of Dreams, probably my favorite baseball movie, or one of them at least, and he was the pitcher for the Black Sox in the Field of Dreams movie. He now runs an acting school. Next up is Geraldine Ferraro, was vice presidential running mate of Walter Mondale in 1984, the first woman to be on a presidential ticket. Next is Nancy B. Nancy B is short for Nancy B. Heffley. Nancy B. Heffley is the organist at Dodger Stadium, and I found an address for her and sent that to her, and she signed it. She put a little musical note on there, if you noticed. That was kind of cool. Next up is Buck Henry. Buck Henry was the writer and creator of Get Smart. He's also done a lot of things in movies, too. I think he was nominated for an Academy Award once or twice for films that he wrote as well. So that was nice. That was a swap meet pickup. Next, another swap meet pickup. This is Gregory Hines, the late actor and dancer. Next is actor Rance Howard. Rance Howard is the father of Ron Howard and Clint Howard, and he's an actor himself. Next is Eugene Kranz. He was, I think, the flight coordinator for NASA. Next, James Lavelle. James Lavelle was he's a police detective, a retired police detective in Dallas, who was with Lee Harvey Oswald when Oswald was assassinated, killed by Jack Ruby, not assassinated, but killed by Jack Ruby after the JFK assassination. Next is Hal Linden, also known as Barney Miller on the Barney Miller TV show. Next is Sandra Locke, actress. Next, Stuart Margolin, actor. He was in the Rockford Files. He played Angel in the Rockford Files. Anybody old enough to remember that show? Really good show. Next, swap meet pickup, George Mitchell, former senator of the United States from Maine. Next, Dick Perez. Dick Perez was is a sports artist, known for the famous Perez Steel cards that the Baseball Hall of Fame put out. And he also sent me this as well. Next is conductor Andre Previn, was once married to Mia Farrow. Again, I got that at a swap meet as well. Next is Rachel Robinson, the widow of Jackie Robinson. Got her TTM. Next, a first day cover signed by Mitt Romney. There's that. Next is Pete Sampras, tennis player. That was a TTM. There's that. Actor George Siegel. There's that. And he signed a photo for me as well. You can see that. Next is actor Gregory Sierra. He was also on Barney Miller, by the way. There's that. And this is Thomas Starzy. He's a doctor, actually, that perfected the first liver transplant. I found an address for him. I thought that was kind of an interesting figure. Dr. Thomas Starzy. Let's see. And that's it for the 3x5s. I think we'll stop on this part, and then we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up with the books and the baseballs. Anyway, stay tuned for part 3. Thank you.